and excited for the next one. It's a little controversial. It's called The Cultural Rejection of NFTs. So I'm excited to learn a little bit more. We've got Kyle Zappitell, if you would welcome us with your presence on the stage. Thank you. Let's give Kyle a warm welcome, everyone. Thanks for coming out.
Cool. Yeah, so I wanted to be a little controversial today for fun. The gaming community doesn't want your NFTs.
Thank you.
So basically my point is that there is this cultural rejection of NFTs, right? So there's people in our community who absolutely love NFTs. They see the utility, they see the future, but there's also a lot of people who hate NFTs. I've experienced this firsthand. We launched an NFT vending machine here in New York, and it was in FiDi, and it got a little bit of attention. And we had this great video with a few examples of some comments up there, you know, just a lot of rejection of the idea of this idea of digital ownership. These are some of the most common. I'm not going to read them all out, but these are some of the most common themes we see when people who vehemently hate NFTs talk about NFTs. I'm sure, like most of you in this audience, have experienced this at one point or another. You've seen people bring these up, maybe family or friends or random people on the internet. And it's also really bad in gaming. I'm not 100% sure why this is, but specifically in gaming, people are afraid of NFTs being involved in games. So an example of this is Itch. Itch is one of the largest indie dev communities where you post your games that you're selling on Steam, or maybe you even have a demo up on Itch. They completely rejected NFTs. They said they were a scam. NFTs are not allowed on our platform. We've seen this with Steam, which here's the rules and guidelines. Number 13, applications built on blockchain technology that issue or allow the exchange of cryptocurrencies or NFTs are not allowed. So Steam is just like, you can't do it on our platform. The largest PC game distribution platform has banned it. And then we see it even from some titans of the gaming industry. This is a tweet I have a reply to if you want to like my reply that I was, it's just technology. It's not like a scam in and of itself. But yeah, this Tim runs Epic. This is kind of a big deal when someone, a leader in the industry, is rejecting them. So some top criticisms here. Again, not going to go through all of them, but there are a lot of different points. Some are I don't know, relatively valid. I think we can use empathy and put ourselves in the shoes of people who are rejecting NFTs and kind of see how they got there. But basically, I think like the main thing people are worried about, gamers specifically, is they're worried about the games not being fun and like just being this place where you're trying to earn, right? I think the most popular type of game I've seen at NFT.NYC is play to earn. So it's a valid concern, right? Are games going to become work, basically? And even more important, why should we care? This is a massive audience and massive industry. I think people are excited about how blockchain can improve gaming, change it, rewrite the script of ownership and what it means to own something in a game. But people have to accept it. So I actually don't really have a great solution for this. I just want to kind of bring it up at the conference. But I think one thing that I often hear is like, oh, people just need to become better educated. I think like there is a sect of people who their rejection is so vehement that they aren't going to listen to education. They don't want to be educated. They just hate NFTs. It's an emotional reaction. And so because of this, I think the more important thing is changing the narrative on what it means to own NFT or to own an NFT and what digital ownership means. And I think a part of that is something that just kind of explaining why digital ownership is important, but also giving an example that I think is super tangible for digital ownership. And we stopped using the word NFT. We're just saying, this is the company that I run. We're saying you can own the game just like you used to when you bought a game from GameStop and then resold it back to them, just like the disc. You can own the game, and this is all enabled by having on-chain ownership. So yeah, if you want to find us, we have a booth, and we're giving away a free game. It's our first game. We're launching the platform in about a month. But if we're all kind of like thinking about ownership and thinking about how to rewrite the script on what digital ownership is, potentially we want to move away from the word NFT if people have this kind of intense emotional reaction to it. I also don't think NFT is relatively descriptive. You kind of have to be in the know. Maybe digital ownership, and we just call it that as something. But just wanted to start this conversation. That's what my slides was about. Yeah. Thank you.